Actually, speaking of lack of success, let's get into this. I wanna get the ball rolling as early as we possibly can. Last night we lost in the opening round to the Los Angeles Kings. It was not very pretty, but the future's still relatively bright for us. Logan Stankoven, by God, he's good. Yeah, Dallas is already a good team, and they have more good players in their system. It's a problem. Supposed to go to bed, but I was grinding squad battles, then gave up on sleeping. That is not a wise decision, sir. That is not. Ugh. Bolly, I gotta question the way you're going about things. I gotta question it. My goodness, my goodness. Oh, for squad battles, though? For squad battles. Brutal. Brutal. Yeah, Paulie, we love you. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, man. The Florida Panthers. You could have been grinding Hut Rush. That's true. That's true. 2015, the Florida... How many teams have won a championship in this timeline that still haven't won one in real life? I feel like it's a good amount. Nashville, Buffalo, Chicago won last year. Now Florida. Damn. Damn. Let's take a look at the award winners. Ovi wins his third Art Ross trophy in 4 years. Warrior, what's up, man? Pretty quiet day. Not too bad. Ovi wins another Hart. Ryan Suter wins the Norris. Lady Bing the Backstrom. The Calder did go to Robin Leonard. Which new Bees jersey should I get? I have the one they wore tonight, the new home jersey. So, Conn Smythe goes to Jacob Markstrom. Vesna goes to Cam Ward for back-to-back seasons. Okay. Selke to Jonathan Taves. The Ted Lindsay to Ovi. Rocket Richard to Ovi. Yeah, it was 6-game series over Nashville. The Battle of the Cats. Yeah, Battle of the Cats. Battle of the Cats. All right. Well, as far as I remember, we do not have our first round pick this year because we tried to go all in and it didn't work. D-Rex goalies won the Calder a lot in this era. Big shot to Snipe and Score, by the way, the 52. The 52 months. My goodness. My goodness. Snipe, how was the old Sens game? How was it? How was it? Oh, Marty St. Louis retired. You never see it in the modern games. That's because goalies always suck in the modern games. Always, always. Goodness. Partially lost my voice. I mean, that just means it was a fun game to go to. That's what that means. All right. Let's just fully open up the block and see what we can do here. I don't know if Andrew Ebbett has any term left on his deal, or David Jones. I do know we have some veterans. What about Brian Lee? Ebbett's not worth much. What else? Who else do we have? Jay McClement. I don't know if he had any term left. I mean, Rick Nash is 31. I still have to gauge offers for Nash to see if they're worth it. But let's do it. The 2015 draft kicks us off tonight. Again, we do not have our first round pick. We traded it away at the deadline to try and go for it. And we do not have a single phone call to take to start off the draft. That is unfortunate. So Zach Smith is probably going to be gone. We do still have Duchesne. I don't even remember trading for Nemesnikov or signing him. I have no recollection. John, what's going on? David Jones's deal is up as well. Rhino Burns' deal is up, and he was pretty bad too. I mean, Cody, I literally said that. Do you know the reason why you're losing GM rep is failed trades? Yeah, I did. Every time a trade fails, I say, oh, that's going to hurt the ranking. Every time. You didn't realize that. What have you been doing then? It worked the same way in 11 as well. Are you okay? Mr. Webster. I know, right? Look at how good NHL 24 looks. Look at these flashback rosters with Jay McClements, who I'm probably going to keep for the moment, and hopefully I get a different trade offer for. Well, through the first round, obviously we are... Well, wow, I don't have a pick in the second round either. Obviously, we are out of the era of real players being drafted as well. Brady Ramsey for Marcel Mueller. I mean, Brady Ramsey is a pretty promising player. Mueller is better than him now, but not good enough to warrant that type of upgrade. So we'll move on. Third round, we'll finally have our first pick of the draft. Cody Bass in the fourth for Ian Cole. Are we 1 or 2 years away? I believe it's the next year's game that has star potentials. Imagine thinking I'm going to trade Grant Weberman. You're out of your damn mind. You're out of your damn mind. All right, let's look at goalies first. Nobody with a rumored 8. So we'd be looking at either Taylor Doughty, Jordan Colborn, or Marty Archer, and it would either be Archer or Doughty, and probably Archer at 6'5". He's a big goalie, so he would probably be the guy to go for if we went for a goalie. Oh man, Devin Rupp, but everything else isn't looking that great. What the hell were my scouts doing? Well, it'll be a lot of best guessing, and right now the best guy to guess on is Juha Markkanen, the power forward for Karpat out of Finland. This is going to be a bad draft for us, is my guess, unless we get really, really lucky. So don't expect too much here. Let's go for that goalie, Archer, just to take a goalie. Because we have a lot of picks in the 5th round. This type of draft pick strategy is nice when you actually win. When you lose and then have to do stuff like this, it's torturous. It's absolutely torturous. So, nothing but 7.5s. Might as well risk it on the Norwegian, Timothy Glennie. It'll be a whole lot of best guesswork at this stage. Let's go for Olli Santala. Another Finn. Just hope that we get lucky here. I don't think that's going to happen, but we can hope. Let's also go for Jared Riddle. And our final pick of the round. Oh boy. Gordy Corazzini. Why not? Too much sauce. What's happening? I have been doing very well. How are you? Brady Ramsey for Nate. Man, Brady Ramsey in high demand. Which means we're definitely not getting rid of him right now. Nobody with any league interest left. That's a shame. Go for Don Ennis. Sauce, we are now on 2012. So no, it is not. The Oilers run is 2011. Dmitry Lopatin. Tough guy out of Russia. The Lopatin. This is not looking good. Not at all. Damn. We'll look at Yves Boumediene. And one more pick in the 7th round. We knew this is what the draft was going to be. Boring is the correct answer. Just hoping that we end up with somebody half decent. As unlikely as that seems. Goodness. Was there another goalie that was half decent? There's literally not a single goalie left in the draft. You can't sort by height or weight, which is why I'm not currently trying. We'll take Ned Craig, a Norwegian playing in Finland. Beautiful. We'll hope that we ended up with some decent players, but yeah, there goes the excitement. Again, that's what happens when you try to win a championship and you fail spectacularly. That is the only way to put it, is we failed spectacularly. Guess you don't miss the scouting system. I do prefer the modern scouting system, I'd say a little bit. Oh, good. Steve Mason's a UFA. That's not good. All right, Martin Jones is kind of capped out where he is. He's still a good backup, though. $2.3 million. Well, that's not backup money. So we'll be saying goodbye to Martin Jones. How much money does Steve Mason want? 4.4. That's not bad. If he'll go to 4.4 even, I'll do it. I mean, he's a damn good goalie. He was terrible against the Kings, but he is a damn good goalie. Timothy Miura. Good goalie. Sign him up. Sign him up. And then we also have the goalie we just drafted, Marty Archer. Bit disappointed in the lack of reflex development, so I don't think Marty Archer will be sticking around, unfortunately. On defense, we can at least qualify David Savard. It's at $2 million. He's not going to get any better. Is it worth it? I mean, he might get a qualifying offer, but it's not a guarantee. He is an OFD. His offense going to get a little bit better. I'm having to factor in the qualifying offer amounts now. Let's take a look at Yves Boumediene. He is a tough guy, but he's already 20 years old. He's not that good. Yeah, he's going to be pretty useless. He's going to be pretty useless. Mishki, what's up tonight? Dmitry Lopatin. Yeah, you're gone too. Sorry, Lopa. Santala. Oh boy, yeah, we swung and missed on a lot of these draft picks. Yerky Osplund. We drafted a couple of seasons ago. We can bring him in. Sign him to his ELC. Morgan Riley. Again, isn't getting any better defensively, but is getting better offensively and athletically. We can keep him. Mr. Weberman. I'll keep you because I like Grant Weberman. Joe Morrow. Still getting better. Jimmy Oligney. Skating's not going to get that much better, but it's not bad at least. Nybrand's still getting better. Stuart Percy's still getting better. Andre Padan's not getting any better offensively, but he is still getting better defensively. So we got to qualify 2.3 to qualify Nybrand. Jesus. Well, we will qualify him. Jared Torrent, man, the qualifying offers are fucking expensive. I didn't notice how expensive they were. Take Jared Tenorti. Sammy Vatanen. I think we can cash out on Sammy Vatanen. He won't get a qualifying offer. He's not going to get much better. He hasn't been particularly amazing. We're going to say goodbye to Sammy Vatanen. David Rundblad. Again, he's already regressing defensively. Yeah, we're going to say goodbye to David Rundblad as well. Just not worth it at this stage. And then David Savard. I think I'm willing to keep David Savard at least for another season. At least. So, shout out to Vegas scoring against Anaheim. All right, so we can leave that as it is. On the wing. Start at the bottom here. Juha Markkanen. He can go. I don't know if we were able to draft anybody who's half decent. Don Ennis can go. Benjamin Laliberté. He can stick around. Nick Jensen. And his skating's not amazing, but I'm going to keep him too. It's not that bad. Ashton Rome was filler in a trade. He can go. Jordan Caron. Jordan Caron's still getting better. Qualify him too for the moment. David Jones, I'm going to let him go. I'd rather spend big money on somebody else. Mr. Landeskog. Still looking good. 22 years old and 82. He's staying. On the left, Ned Craig, another guy we just drafted who sucks. I don't think we landed a single good player. Tim Glennie, another Norwegian who sucks. JT Barnett is now a sniper who is not getting any better offensively, at least not at a high level. Given he's an RFA, we're just going to cut ties with JT Barnett. Andre Palat, now 24 years old, is apparently still improving. I'm going to hold on to him just because of the name value. What do we got for Cale Kessie? Cale Kessie's still getting better. Philip Dano, still getting better. Vincent Marcoux, still getting better. What about Brad Ross? Brad's still looking okay too. Then we got Sven Berchke. Yeah, Sven Berchke is going to be on his way out, unfortunately. That's not looking too good. That's not looking too good. Jean Couturier, again, isn't getting better defensively, but the offense and athleticism is still getting better. Nino. Shit. That's a qualify, but ultimately a trade. He's good offensively, but he doesn't have the high-end skating to kind of dominate right now. So we'll be looking at moving him. And then Nail Yakupov is our highest-rated left wing. His potentials are still looking really good, too. So. And then down the middle. Gordy Corazzini. Not going to cut it, Gordy. I think I missed on every single draft pick. Jared Riddle, not going to cut it. Raphael LaFontaine gets to stay because I say so. Mark Scheifele. Uh-oh. Yep. It's not looking too good for Scheifele anymore. That offensive potential's dropped. Say goodbye to Mark Scheifele. Looking to move him. Sean Monahan will be signed, but I don't know for how long. We will send him a deal. His defensive potential isn't great, but he is a playmaker. That's on the Wings' new goal horn. It's the same as the old goal horn, isn't it? They had it years ago, didn't they? All right, Trocheck's fine. Brady Ramsey's fine. Mesnikov's fine. Frederick Peterson did go up by 1 overall. I think we're going to try to trade Peterson. He didn't really get better. We can cut Zach Sill. What the hell? Alan Quine. Alan Quine's not getting any better. 22 years old and you're not getting any better. It's not great. Try to trade him. Luke Lockhart. Definitely got to keep Luke Lockhart around. Andrew Ebbett can go. Ryan Johansson can still stick around. Jamie Clement's still here. Zach Smith, got to be honest, I wasn't impressed. And then Ryan O'Reilly, obviously, we got a qualifying offer too. So nothing too crazy in terms of major changes. $20 million in cap right now. We'll see how much that changes. Steve Mason's back. Miura, Monahan, Yerky Asplund. Let's see what RFAs we can sign here, because we have quite a few of them. David Savard. It's honestly not a bad contract at all. Jared Tenorti. It's also not a bad deal. Mr. Nabrant. Mr. Nabrant. Yeah, all these offers are so much cheaper than the qualifying offers, obviously. So we'll bring in Landeskog, Jordan Caron, and we will have a lot of money to spend in free agency from the looks of it. Nino Niederreiter, 1.5. Brad Ross, we wanted to keep. So we're looking for just under 900K. Hilbert was fine. And then down the middle, we were going to try to trade Peterson. Let's send Ryan O'Reilly. Ooh, a 3-year deal. That seems like a rarity. Most of these players ask for 1-year deals. O'Reilly was willing to sign for a little bit more term. Lockhart gets 2 years. Yeah, you're right. It actually probably will be the last year for LaFontaine. Let's bring him in. ELC, baby. This is the way. I will sign my 2 favorite players of the era. Beautiful. All right, let's see. O'Reilly, has anybody rejected? And the answer there is no. Everybody accepted. Good. We can go straight to free agency then. And we have $23.7 million to work with. The question is, are there players that we're actually going to want to go for? Because again, offer sheeting players is dangerous, dangerous business. Top forwards available. I will never sign Mike Ribeiro. Ryan Clough, Antoine Vermette, Marleau. There are quite a few veterans that we can use to help fill out the team from an offensive standpoint. Defensively, we could bring back Dougie Murray. It's all veterans at this point. Paris said an 84 is nuts. What you have to remember is that the grading worked differently in this era. He is an 84 rated tough guy. But if you look at his grades, he's not what a modern 84 overall in like NHL 24 would be. He's not good offensively. He can't skate worth a damn, but he punches hard and hits hard, so he's an 84. It's exactly how the rating system should work. Exactly how it should work. What's my thing against Ribeiro? Number one, he's not a very good person. Secondly, the 2004 Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's see. And then in goal, not that we need a goalie. It's a good thing that we don't need a goalie. Okay. So the good news is RFAs have been taken care of. But we're also going to look to make some trades. Meant to go to the other screen. What do we have in terms of contracts? 7 spots. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead. Move on from certain player. What do you mean not a good person? Fucking Google's your friend, man. Use it. All right. Archer's got to go. Boumedienne. Where is the Lopatin? Santala and Markkanen. All of you need to go. You're not very good. I don't want you on the team. You just gotta go. Atomic dropping the rando 50. It's one of the future games, a Buffalo franchise, huh? So what I've been doing, though, thank you, Atomic, by the way. What I've been doing is using the team that finished dead last each season. Which does technically mean Buffalo's coming up one of these years, doesn't it? Technically. Technically. God, yeah, these guys just gotta go. Can I get a 6th rounder for all of them? Yes, I can. Again, I'm cool with technically getting robbed on the trade so long as I don't get in trouble. Remember when we did that last year? You know, last season when I said I'm okay with getting fleeced because I don't want to piss people off? Remember when I said that numerous times? Yeah? We got Craig. We got Glenny. Sven Berschke needs to go. Yeah, Nino Niederreiter has to go. Given his lack of development, but his trade value being that high, Nino has to be added to the trade block. He's got to go. At center, we got Corazzini. Calgary, will you give me a 6th? Yes, you will. Beautiful. See, he's hard at work at fixing franchise. Oh, yeah. They're crushing it. All right, let's see. We got Riddle that's got to go. Scheifele. Peterson and Alan Quine. Quine can also go to the trade block. So we can see what we can get for Quine and Nino via the trade block. Cameron, what's going on, man? And we will add a couple of 7th round picks. Let's try and land a 5th from Carolina. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. So back to the block. Let's see if it'll let me properly set this up the way I want to in terms of it being an open block and keeping the whole draft pick thing on point. But we need to add Nino Niederreiter and Alan Quine to this trade block. There we go. And hopefully we can get good offers for those two because they've hit their ceiling and they're about to fall further down. But let's go take a look here. Prospects on the open market. I would love to go after RFAs, but like I said, you immediately get in trouble with other GMs. They get pissed if you offer sheet. Good for Kyle Beach developing in this timeline. It's just not worth the risk to me right now. It's just not. All right, how many B- goalies do we have? Not as many as prior years. Who do we have straight Bs across the board? Robin Gousset. The Gousset, who is a 74 at 22 years old. Do we have any other good goalies? Mark Segal. The Seagull, 74 at 23. Austin Smith. Ooh, he's a 76 at 22. Anybody else? Keith Hamilton, who is a 73 at 23. Guillaume Nadeau. Another similar player, 74 overall at 23 years old. Ramis Sadikov, he's 24, so we're going to rule him out. So, best goalie of the bunch. That is a pretty easy victory for Mr. Austin Smith. In terms of age and overall, we'll try to bring him in as another goalie for this team. Defensively, that's where it gets interesting. Let's look at prospects first, and then say, hey, veterans might not be the worst idea. Oh my god, there's so many freaking defensemen again that are half decent. Okay. Michael Claffey. That Laffy Claffey. Who is a 74 overall at 23 years old. Howard Backus. A younger, tough guy. Napissus. The Andre. Was also okay. Daryl Snelling. 72 overall, 21 years old. That's not bad either. Dominic Bilka. He's 24 and only a 74. He's out. What else do we have? Ryan Haynes. 75 at 23. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Who else do we got? Davis Van Dane. 74 at 23. We already got someone similar. Kyle Piera is a 76 at 24. That's not too bad. I don't know if I'd sign him, but that's not too bad. Merrick Rabas. Probus is not that bad. 73 overall, 22 years old. Who else? Who else? Marty Marincin. All right, Marty Marincin. Looking okay. Alex Goodbranson. The superior Goodbranson. Man, he's a 74 overall, 20 years old. That's awesome. Mark Pissick. He's 76 at age 23. Who else here has those 3 good potentials? Tommy Koivisto. He's 24. We'll say no. Guillaume Belanger. So 74 at 23. I feel like he's been jumped by a couple of other people. Nick Duchesne. Oh, Duchesne's pretty good. He's 75 overall at 22 years old. We have Luke Fensky. So there are quite a few good players to pick up for free here. Timmy Campbell's 24. Robert McEwen. Luke Mercer is another one. It's not that bad. Alexis Bernier, not so great. Colin Suellentrop. I say the same thing every time. Ryan Culkin. Ooh, Culkin's pretty good. He's been with Calgary, hasn't he? At least in the AHL. Damn, why? There's so many half-decent players. Again. This is just a defenseman. Alex Basso going to be good again. We started to develop this guy in Edmonton, and we won. Olivier Picard is the final dude. Okay, so if we look at every single one of those dudes, and there were a lot of dudes. The best of the bunch. Goodness. All right. Give me a second to look here. Give me a second to look here. We do have some good options. Okay. I think I have my top 5 that we could target in terms of age and overall, since they're all about the same potential. Let's go look at forward prospects as well. There will be a shitload of them, including this guy, Frederick Gamelin. Oh, why though? It started off so promising, but offensively, he's going to be mid, and he's a playmaker. If I could turn this dude into a two-way or a grinder, it would have been perfect. Oh, that's so disappointing. If they still had the edit player types, we would have been laughing our way to the bank right there. Oh my god, there's so many players. Let me go to the right wings. We'll sort it by forward position here. Oh, dude, there's so many. So many. All right, let's see. Matt McLeod. Matt McLeod is a 73 at 21 years old. Alain Saunier is a 73 at 22. Vitalish Voroshninish. And unfortunately for me, he's one of the better players. I might have to learn how to say that name full time. That'll be difficult. Jonathan Hazen's 25 years old. Tomas Yurcho is still in the mix. We didn't sign him last year, but he's still looking pretty good. Let's see. Cameron Brace. Not looking that bad. Stefan Mader. Mader. Stefan Tomater. Alexander Malay. 23 and a 74. He's not going to make the cut. Patrick Holland, 23 and a 73. He won't make the cut. Patrick Graham. Graham's an interesting one. Because he is 20 years old, but he's a sub 70 at the moment. Tough guy Cam Abney. He's an interesting one. 77 overall at 24 years old. Graham has a 47 in durability. Good. Craig Hatot. So here's what's going on, man. We have Greg Hatot, who's a 75 at 23. Got Tom Wilson. Joel Wiggle. Oh my God. This guy's better than McLeod. How's this guy better than McLeod? 74 at 21. Veronic, and then Jerome Iginla. Okay. So, if we look at the top prospects on the right side, I got that down to a top 4. Who do we have on the left? Again, before we debate signing veterans to help fill out the roster, I also want to make sure we're good from a prospect perspective. A prospective, if you will. We start off with Rhett Rachinsky, who's a 73 at 23. Brett Gustafsson. Wow, Brett Gustafsson's actually pretty good. He's 74 overall at 21 years old. Frederick Mele. Ooh. Okay, left wings. The left wings are showing up right now. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Adam, why couldn't your skate... Adam! Why couldn't your skating be just a little bit better? The A- in offensive potential. Damn it. Scott Trask. Trask, who is a 74 at 22 years old. Josh Winquist. Ooh. It's like Gustafsson. He is a 74 at 21 years old. Stanislav Galiev, who we looked at last year but elected not to sign. He is a 76 at 23. Brian Hickey is a 74 at 22. There are quite a few good players, man. That's why we're having to sort through. Adam Lowry is in that same category as Hickey. Derek Froats. Yeah, sorry to Froats. You're not going to make the cut at this point. There are too many people who are better than you. Garrett Ross. Garrett Ross isn't that bad. Mitch Maxwell, not good enough. Brett Mackey, 24, not good enough at this point. Josh Shala. Josh Shalalala. There are people better than you. Shane Prince, hello. All right, Shane Prince. It's not bad. He has that outright B. The other guys might still be better. Mitch Robillard. Say 22. There's a lot of guys who are 22 years old and a 74 overall. Brett Hester is a 72 at 21 years old. Mitch Clark is 22 years old and 74. Jesus, there's so many of them. Not Garrett Ross. He's the guy that's in an inappropriate picture of a young girl while playing in the AHL. Well, I'll take him off the list then. There you go. He's off the list. Time again. Brent Andrews. Okay. And then it's center. Then it's center. Again, Gamelin wasn't quite good enough. What do we got? We got center Matthew Siska. He's 24. Steel Boomer. Steel Boomer's a little bit better. And I mean, the guy's name is Steel Boomer. What's Steel Boomer up to nowadays? That's the real question. What is Steel Boomer up to nowadays? Is he still playing professionally? Didn't we look him up? We did look him up, didn't it? Because, yeah, Oh, wow, no, we haven't, because he hasn't played in forever. Yeah, he hasn't played. He played for a little bit once he left Kootenay, and that was it. Fair enough, Steel. Fair enough. Still an all-time hockey name. Steel Boomer. Tremendous. Let's see. Brett Pearson, not quite good enough. Matinen. I'd rather have Steel Boomer on that list. Chris Collins. Now here's the guy Here's a guy. 74 overall, 23 years old. Ben Duffy is a 75 at 23. Gregory McKeggery. Galen Patterson. Not going to cut it. Jared Knight. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to sign Jared Knight, aren't I? Kenton Miller. He's going to replace Steel Boomer in terms of someone who's a little bit older. Galchenyuk, of course, who we had before. Kane Franzen. It was a 74 at 22. Carl Antoine Delisle was also a 74 at 22. Manraj Hayer, who is a 73 at 22 years old. Nick Dion, a couple of 22 74s. Kalle Josefsson, 21. Ooh, Josefsson's not bad. 73 overall, 21 years old. And then Gamelin. Okay. So in terms of the top prospects here, I just need to shorten this list a little bit to see who the best of the bunch happen to be. All right. I feel like I have a good idea of the players that we want to target first. That said, the final step to this is looking at how many starting caliber players we really need. Defensively, it's a toss-up. Defensively, I think it would be sign a guy like Douglas Murray to move out Wilson and O'Byrne. But we don't technically need too many players there. Forward's kind of the same thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's tough to say just how much help we need. But I mean, if we look at UFA forwards, and again, discounting Mike Ribeiro, I mean, you could bring in Justin Williams, you could bring in Vermette, bring him back to Columbus. I'd sign George Peros, but I don't need someone who's absolutely terrible at their job. Jerome McGinley's out there, and I do love me some Jerome McGinley. Quite a few players here that are at least more than serviceable. How did Ryan Clough do last year? 55 points. Vermette had 53. Marleau had 65. 52 for Justin Williams. Even at his advanced age, we put Patrick Marleau next to Rick Nash. That could be a pretty damn good pairing. Could be a good pairing. What's his player type? Sniper? My thought is, though, we probably need more like two-ways on this team. I feel like a lot of our guys ended up being snipers. And defensively, Brian Allen only wants 1 year. Zednik Mahalik is able to put up points, apparently. Cronwall, Lyles. We have some tough decisions to make here. But we are in a good spot. We got a lot of money to spend. We got roster space. We already have a good team. Could be a good year for us, but not quite sure of what direction I want to go yet.